2019, Hollywood releases The Joker, right? And it's got Joaquin Phoenix and stuff, and it's this beautiful, dark tale about this loner who's struggling to fit in with society and realizing that his entire life he has just been kicked down and maimed and brutalized. And it's also a really gripping story about the struggles with mental health and not having the right resources to be able to handle mental health. And it was really well received. And it was probably one of, if not the most impactful movies of that year. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about freaking Sonic 2, baby! Woo!
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather.
Sprinkle Dwight the Hedge Dork 2 is a movie that just came out recently, or maybe you're watching this in the future and you already have seen it, or maybe you haven't seen it. This is going to be a spoiler-filled review. Screw it, it's not even a freaking review. This is me, I'm telling you straight up, this is going to be me talking extensively about how much I freaking love this movie and why this movie is paramount to society and why you need to watch it right now. Oh yeah, put like button here, freaking subscribe, that would be helpful. But whatever. I want to talk about Sonic because it's freaking phenomenal.
You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles.
What do you need to know about this plot? Honestly, think about it this way. It's got Sonic, and he's gonna go fight Knuckles, and Jim Carrey as Robotnik is there, and he's doing jabs and stuff, and it's haha funny. And then Tails shows up for a little bit, and that's the plot. That's the plot. There's Master Emeralds. That's the plot. And you know what? It's freaking brilliant. What people try and do all the time with the movies and art and all this type of stuff is they go for something super freaking complex for the sake of being complex. Or they go completely the opposite route and they put a freaking dumb concept because they just want to make a movie and not care about it and just post it and like release it and get their freaking millions that way and not even try and not even care about the artistry. I got a hot take. A movie can be incredibly dumb or incredibly simple as a concept, but if it's executed really well, that doesn't freaking matter. Here's a hot take nobody really talks about ever. Star Wars. Yeah. You know those sequels everybody whines and complains about. They're like, oh my gosh, the sequels are bad. Why are they so bad? Think about it really hard. It's not the concept. Because if you were lost on the concept, you wouldn't have watched any Star Wars movie or you wouldn't have found enjoyment in any of them. People aren't upset about the concept or the plots. Because there's not really a whole lot to be complaining about. But it's the execution of what they're trying to do that people get so upset about. Star Wars fans, Redditors, you would love the prequels so much, not ironically, if they executed it better. Because you love that little freaking lore crap with the freaking Senate and all that. Of course you'd freaking love these prequels if it was executed in a way that made sense. Hayden Christensen doesn't freaking go, I hate sand, gross. If Jar Jar doesn't go, oh, Misha, you're so poop, what am I gonna do? If all of that didn't happen, if there weren't meaningless conversations and long-winded Senate talks all the time, you would love it because you love picking into that lore details. And you know what? So do I. I love that crap. I love creating this huge world and open expanse and stuff. I love all that, but if the execution is not correct and is not effective, that doesn't mean anything. You could have the most beautiful, expansive world. You could have the most gripping, relatable characters. But if that movie does not stick the landing with how you make those characters walk in that world, it means jack all. I'm ranting. What does this have to do with Sonic? It has to do everything with it. The Sonic plot is incredibly simple. incredibly simple. You have an evil scientist, you have a spunky hedgehog kid, you have a red alien man who wants to take back the thing that was very, very important to his tribe, and you have a fox that loves the spunky kid. It is probably the most simple story that you can possibly have, outside of Stickman 1 is super happy and Stickman 2 is super upset and they fought. The setting, it's barely even in any alien planets or anything like that. It's Earth. It's Earth. It is the most simple plot, but the execution and how they do it is phenomenal. And that's what this video is about. The video is about how you can find the joy in these movies with absolute simplicity at the forefront of them.
Hard as nails, it ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail.
So of course you got Sonic, and he's like the central point of it, right? And Sonic, oh my gosh, he's so freaking cool. He's so freaking cool. He does a freaking dance battle with Russians, and then he completely annihilates them. And he's skateboarding, and there's a snowboarding thing, and oh my gosh, it's so freaking cool. I'm a very easy person to please, if you cannot tell. Or maybe I have better taste than everybody else. Mm-hmm. Yes, the thing with the humans is weird. With the human family and all of that. That's been a necessary thing, and like something that all Sonic things have tried to do for the past freaking 15 years. Like Sonic X had the weird human plot points and stuff. It's fine, it's whatever. They had a purpose. That purpose will be revealed later, and it was actually pretty necessary to have these human parts in it. But when you come down to it, when Sonic is being Sonic, you smile. You have fun. Or at least I did. If you were a child and you were sitting in this movie theater and you're looking at Sonic, you're like, wow, he's so awesome. I want to be him when I grow up. And when you're my age, you look at Sonic and say, wow, he's so awesome. I want to be him now. Ben Schwartz does such a good job with how he portrays the character. His voice acting's phenomenal. It's great. I don't even think of an actor playing Sonic. I just look at it and I see Sonic. And that's what a good voice actor does. You can often have spotty things when you have celebrities voice act. I think Chris Pratt is going to be really weird as Mario, but Ben Schwartz makes it work. And he makes it work because it's not Ben Schwartz, it's Sonic. And people look at it and it says Sonic. And it's like, oh my gosh, Sonic, he's so cool. Sonic is so cool, guys. He's so cool. He's so freaking cool. I love him. He's fantastic.
Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath, first test, feel the right, then the worst left.
Tails was a mixed bag for a lot of people. I heard some people say that, oh, he was my favorite part of the movie. And then other people say that he was very annoying. Here's the deal. That's sort of just Tails. You either find Tails as a character very annoying and unnecessary and let's have all the other cool stuff, or you find Tails as super fun and super chill and a nice companion to Sonic and everything else. So I think this is actually the most accurate way that they could have portrayed Tails, just in general.
Born on an island in the heavens.
Here I come, tougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. Knuckles is freaking sick. And he doesn't get represented like this very often recently. And so it's freaking awesome to see you for a freaking sick Knuckles. You really get the feeling that Knuckles is as strong as Sonic in this case. In like the games and in other things, it's pretty one-sided. Like, oh, Sonic, yeah, could easily take on any of his companions and win. But in this movie, it is very apparent that if Sonic and Knuckles were to just fight straight up, Knuckles would win. He wins both of the fights. He is incredibly strong. He is a skilled fighter who just happens to be out of his element. Bro, Idris Elba, oh my gosh. I had doubts because, again, celebrity voice acting, but you can tell that they're just having fun. Like, he's just having so much fun playing this character. And it sort of gave me the same feel for when he had a part in the Suicide Squad, where he was just having fun with the character, and that energy freaking transcends the camera. He's having fun, so I'm having fun. And that's the thesis. Let's just have fun. Let's just have fun when we're consuming media. It's freaking sick. Every scene with Knuckles in it is the best scene. That's undebatable. Knuckles is probably my favorite Sonic character now. I love the freaking red guy. He likes grapes, I'll give him grapes. That's what I'll do now. I'm Mr. Grape Man. They've always called me that, but only for Knuckles.
The blood of my ancestors flows inside me.
And then, of course, you have Eggman. Here's what's happened in Hollywood for the past 10 years, and it's really the internet's fault. Hollywood has figured out that people love complexity, and people love a good villain, and so they will try so hard to make their villain so unnecessarily complex in their reasonings and their motives and how they execute plans, and if they have these huge plans and stuff like that, and it ends up just being boring. They saw a brilliant performance of Heath Ledger as the Joker, and they were like, wow, people love this. They love this dark, gritty, twisted villain with these complex ideas and motives, and oh, it's got this super compelling relationship to the hero, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. But when it's done so many times over and over and over, now all the complexity has become simple, and I'm not having fun anymore. And when I watch movies, I want to have fun. Jim Carrey is freaking fun. He just is. He can do serious roles, and he has in the past, and they're pretty good. But his real bag when it comes to acting is fun. When you give him a role that is fun, and he is having fun playing it, it shows. And it showed in this movie completely and totally. I don't know whether it was him doing an electric guitar with his freaking leg and having a giant robot mimic his moves, or when he's saying all these egg puns, or when he's making these mushroom coffees and stuff like that. Every single time that he's on screen, it is so much fun. And I'm freaking smiling, and I'm having fun, because they're having fun. And that, my friends, is the bottom line for this movie. Sonic 2 is freaking fun.
My duty is to save the flowers.
It is not a perfect movie. I know it's not a perfect movie. There's slow parts, the pacing can be a little bit off. The human stuff, while I get it because I have to set it up for the next movie because of freaking Shadow, that's a spoiler. I get it, made it a little slow in some parts, whatever. But this movie is just fun. I had such a fun time watching it the first, the second, and the third time. And it is completely a different experience every single time. This is not a movie that everybody's going to have as much fun as I have, because I love Sonic as just a franchise. He's so cool. He's so cool. I love Sonic. But when you're sitting in the theater and you're watching it, you can tell that all of these people that are making this movie genuinely like being there. There's nobody that seems to be giving off the impression that, you know, they're just here for the money and they'll just be on their way. Everybody seems to be pulling their weight, and everybody seems to be having a great time. And when they're having a great time, I'm having a great time. So there it is, Sonic. It's freaking fun. You gotta watch it. I definitely spoiled a lot of it, but I mean, it's Sonic, so you're gonna have fun either way. So freaking go do it. Why are you sitting here? Why are you sitting here right now? Don't click on another video. Go and watch Sonic 2 right now, and then comment below what you think of it. And then if you say it's mid, I'm deleting the comment. I run a tight ship here. I rule with an iron fist. Alright, that's it. See ya.
Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell. I break them down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest, I'm independent since my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left.